Okay, guys, let me start the introduction. I will first introduce myself. My name is Rajesh, and I have Oracle Security Domain experience of 7 years. I have very thorough knowledge on Oracle Identity Manager, Oracle Access Manager, Oracle Identity Analytics, Oracle Adaptive Access Manager. I have a sound grip on OIM development as well. And this course actually will cover the Oracle latest version of Oracle Identity and Access Management Suite 11GR2, which will have both the product OIM, Oracle Identity Manager, and Oracle Access Manager, also known as OAM. So the course is divided into two parts: OIM and followed by the Oracle Access Manager. Demo is the only theory actually which I cover in the slideshow. Other than the demo, there is no theory. I won't run any theoretical session. All the classes, all the topics will be practically. I will practically demonstrate all the OIM things, all the Oracle Access Manager things. And the demo I have divided into two parts. First part will talk about the Oracle Access Manager, that why we need Oracle Access Manager, what are the problems in the conventional model, and how to overcome these problems via putting in place the SSO solution, or you can say OAM. Okay, so first we'll talk about Oracle Access Manager problems. Okay, in the conventional model, if you don't have Oracle Access Manager, what are the problems? And then we talk about how Oracle Access Manager mitigate all the four problems, because it is very important that you know the reason why we need Oracle Access Manager, why enterprises and companies need Oracle Access Manager product. See, Oracle Access Manager product or Oracle Identity Manager product, both are enterprise-wide products. They cover the complete enterprise spectrum. Okay, all the application, digital application or non-digital application, are covered under the Oracle Identity Manager and Oracle Access Manager. So they provide the complete security umbrella to the enterprise. Oracle Access Manager and Oracle Identity Manager together provide a security umbrella to the enterprise. Okay, now first I will talk about the problems of the Oracle Access Manager. Now in an enterprise, you have 10 number of applications. You have SAP, you have Oracle eBase, PeopleSoft, Hyperion, and so forth. There are n number of applications. Now if you have in the conventional model, actually you have four major problems. First thing, a user need to, because see, in this model each application has its own login mechanism. Okay, if let's say user want to access a mail server, Microsoft Exchange, okay, then he has to provide the user ID and password of the form which will come out of the mail server. So each application has got their own login mechanism. Okay, there's no single sign-on here. Each application will prompt for the user ID and password, and these user ID and passwords are stored in each application logic, each application database, you can say. Now in this model, a user need to remember 10 user ID and 10 password if there are 10 applications. This is point number 2. It is not convenient at all. Point number 1, if a user will keep a user ID and password simple, it's very easy, very prone to snooping. Okay, and there are a lot of brute force algorithm which will easily break such kind of weak user ID and weak passwords actually. Okay, so it will lead, such security model will lead to the security breach. Okay, point number 1. I will come to the point number 3, which is very major factor actually. Okay, I will quote here Gartner's survey. Gartner and the Forrester Waves are the surveying companies. These are not my facts. Okay, these are I'm quoting here Gartner. You can verify this. The third factor, cost factor. In an enterprise, there is a service desk or help desk. In any company, any big company, you will find that there is a help desk and service desk. Okay, and Gartner, by doing its survey, came to know that 80% of the calls, I'm talking about the 80% of the calls to the help desk or the service desk, goes for the password reset issues. Because in such big spectrum. A user will not remember 10 user ID and 10 passwords. He will keep on forgetting things. So you have to deploy 80% more service desk personnel, 80% more people there to resolve those issues, because 80% calls, sorry, I will say in this way that 80% calls goes to password reset issues. So you have to deploy more service desk personnel there. Okay, this is the point number third, which is the cost, because this model incur cost to the business. Okay, fourth point is that there are regulatory compliances, or you can say rule regulations in United States. Like for healthcare industry, HIPAA is there. For credit card industry, you have PCI. For financial management sector, you have the SOX, Sarbanes-Oxley Act actually. So there are a lot of rule regulations actually. If you have such conventional model which is not compliant with the HIPAA, PCI, SOX regulatory compliances, okay, then it means, or I will say in this way actually, that if you have such conventional model, you cannot do business with US healthcare industry, US manufacturing industry, or I will say financial sector. I will say financial sector or the cards industry. Okay, payment card, payment gateway, and all these are part of that. Okay, so it means you simply cannot do business with $1 trillion industry which is there in the United States, which is a very major factor. Okay, because it's this conventional model is not compliant at all with the regulatory compliances, and there are many more reasons actually that wherein this conventional model is not suitable for modern day business. Actually, it doesn't cater to the latest security scenarios which are coming up actually. So to overcome all the four problems, okay, keep in mind all the four problems, and these four problems will be mitigated when we put Oracle Access Manager Server. Okay, now talk about the upper part. Oracle Access Manager is a J2EE application. Okay, and we will also have the OID or AD or OUD, whatever directory server. It is a directory server. Okay, I will start from the scratch everything, so you will understand. Even a layman guy can understand my course. Okay, it's designed for a new fresher guy, as well as who are established guy in the OIM or Oracle Access Manager. My course caters to everyone, because I start from the scratch, and it's my approach is by topic wise. I will take the topic and I will explain practically that how you do it. And my approach will be, I will start with the installation and configuration and integration, and then I will talk about Oracle Access Manager administration and the Oracle Identity Manager administration. So how, if you have these two components, I will show you how you put these two components. Okay, and then integration and everything will be followed. But here we need to understand that why we need, how Oracle Access Manager actually mitigate these problems. Let's say if any user want to access any application in the enterprise, okay, then OIM agent sitting on top of web server will intercept that request and pass it to OIM server. Okay, OIM server will look into its policy store and will prompt for the SSO login page. Okay, user will provide the user ID and password. Now here question is, from where the user got user ID and password? The user ID and password came from OIM. So when we cover the OIM, I will show you how user got the user ID and password. Okay, so that user ID and password user will provide and click on submit login button. Credentials will be submitted back to OIM server. There is a servlet in OIM which will collect these credentials. Okay, and internally there is a complete flow. I will show you the technical flow, and then we'll look into the give a OPSS call to OID, or if AD is there, then accordingly LDAP call will be given to the AD, and the user ID password will be matched whether the OID or any directory server got that user ID password or not. If user ID and password is there, okay, it means it's successful. So user will be allowed the access. Okay, so in this way actually authentication happen. After authentication, authorization also happens. So let me give you the practical demonstration of how we are going to do it. Okay, so let me start first with the I have one sample application. I will show you with that. See, this is the application. Okay, now unless you are an employee, okay, this will take to the employee portal. So if I click on the employee section, okay, this is the protected resource. I clicked on it. Okay, the moment you click on it, what will happen? SSO page will come. So if I want to map it here, what really has happened, okay, a user want to access a resource, OM agent sitting on top of the web server will intercept that request and pass it to OM server, and OM server then place the SSO login page. So here I will provide the login details. I will log in as OM admin. Okay, provide the password. Okay, so I have logged in to the employee portal. So it means the session has been authenticated against OID. Okay, so my authentication has happened in this way. Okay, now what is authorization? It is the outcome actually. Okay, it is the outcome of the learning from Oracle Access Manager. Okay, now what is authorization? Authorization is whether once the user has been authenticated that you are an employee, but employee of which department? Do you belong to human resource department or finance department or engineering department? If you belong to human resource department, then the access will be allowed to access the HRMS application. If you don't belong to human resource department, then you won't be allowed to access the human resource department. So this is authorization actually. Authorization happens after authentication. Okay, and there are n number of things actually which is part of that. Let me show you what will be our approach actually. So our approach will be, I will start with the installation phase. In the installation, I will show you right from scratch how to install database. Okay, how to create the database, how to tune the database, how to create listener, and then run RCU. Okay, then using the custom JDK. Okay, I will show you how you install the WebLogic, why we need custom JDK, and all these things I will cover in detail. Then we require the IDM suite. Okay, we'll install IDM suite, we'll install the IM suite. Okay, we'll install the OHS, we'll install the OUD, we'll install the WebGate, we'll install the SOA, we'll install the I will also show you the reporting aspect of I won't show you the BI publisher, but I will show you the reporting structure actually, how reporting happens, the audit reporting for OIM and Oracle Access Manager. Okay, so that will be my approach. So in my approach, I will go with the installation phase first. Okay, then in installation means I will show you IDM suite installation, IM suite installation. Okay, I will show you OHS installation, WebGate installation. Okay, and all the after installation phase is over, I will move to the configuration phase wherein we will configure all the steps. Okay, installation phase will cover will take 2 or 3 days. After 2 or 3 days, we'll spend almost to do a couple of 2-3 more days in the configuration phase, wherein we will configure the OIM, OID, and all the domain actually, domain for IDM, domain for IM suite, everything. So after the configuration phase, we'll move to integration phase, integration of the product with the OID, with the OIM. Okay, Oracle Access Manager with the OID, WebGate integration with the SSO solution, which is your Oracle Access Manager. So all the integration steps will follow after that, and then I will go to OIM admins. Sorry, first, because there is a. So I will start the OIM admin. In the OIM admin, I will cover each and every aspect of Oracle Identity Manager as per Oracle University documentation. Okay, if I talk about the OIM or let me first talk about the Oracle Access Manager contents, that what we are going to cover on the Oracle Access Manager front. Okay, so this is the course. You can probably pause the video and can go through the contents which I have put there. The aim of the the objective of this course is that at the end of the course, trainee will be able to bring any application. Okay, Each application has its own context, okay, but that is the application specific. But any application you will be able to bring under SSO solution, that is under OAM, and you will achieve authentication, authorization, session management, cookie management, auditing, troubleshooting, and the logging and the reporting aspect of Oracle Access Manager. And the topics will be like, I will give you the overview of the access management suite, okay. Then we'll install, configure, integrate all the Oracle Access Manager related stuff, okay. Then we'll create the domain and all these sequence of steps actually, which we will follow. You can probably go through that. I will show you that how you create your own. There's a small development we will do, wherein I will show you that how you can create your own SSO login page, because the SSO login page by default comes with Oracle Access Manager logo, okay, Oracle logo. Companies don't want, they want their own SSO login page. I will show you how you create your own SSO login page, okay. I will show you that. I will share all the code and everything related to that, okay. And similarly we'll work on the rest of the topics. As I pinpointed, actually you will find lot of stuff here, okay, related to Oracle Access Manager. We'll cover more than that. Actually, whatever I have mentioned here will cover more than that, okay. Now that's all about Oracle Access Manager, what we are going to cover, okay. I will also show you, I didn't put on the course contents, but I will show you that if a user access any other web server, I will take another web server, okay, which will do the reverse proxy to the agent, to the web server which is having the agent, because you are not supposed to put the OIM agent on the each web server. These web server, when let's say if user try to access SAP application, okay, then on SAP application we have the web server. This web server will redirect, using the reverse proxy, will redirect the request to this web server which is having the OIM agent, which will do which will carry out all the login, SSO, you can say, life cycle for the SAP application, okay. All the authentication, authorization will happen via this OIM agent, okay. OIM agent is called as policy enforcement point, okay. So they are the one which are at the front end. Actually they will do all the protection actually at the initial level, and then Oracle Access Manager will take care at the entity level, you can say, all the security related, all the core logic is there in Oracle Access Manager, which will detail will I will show you the complete flow of authentication, complete flow of authorization. There are n number of things, and on authorization there are all the 4 conditions. There will be a lot of learning actually, that I can guarantee. Okay, so that is all about Oracle Access Manager. Now I will move to the next slide, which is OIM, okay. So before I talk about OIM, Oracle Identity Manager, you have to understand this conventional model, okay. If you have understood this conventional model, then you will understand the OIM better actually, okay. So in the conventional actually OIM, what Oracle Access Manager do? Oracle Access Manager do provide the SSO services, single sign-on services. Means you have 10 application, and for all the 10 application you will have only one login page, one user ID and password to access all the application, okay. This is Oracle Access Manager end goal. Now what is OIM? OIM is, you can say, manage the complete life cycle of the identity. When I say identity, in a narrow interpretation, you can say identity is employee. So what is the employee life cycle? Then I will say, instead of identity life cycle, I will say employee life cycle. So what is the employee life cycle? Employee life cycle is, he will join an organization, he will work there in the company, and he will leave the organization. So now how OIM will handle this, okay. So you have to understand this flow first, that it's the first day of the employee goes, reports to HR will create the active employment record into HRMS system and inform the manager that employee which you have finalized has been hired, okay, and he's ready to be onboarded. So on that email from HR, manager will drop the email to application admin of the mail server, SAP application, and .NET, some custom application, let's say, that please create this newly recruited employee account into the SAP application, mail server, or some custom application. So see, there's nothing OIM here, okay? It's a conventional model. You don't have OIM there. Now, what are the problems? Okay, I put this flow just to pinpoint the problems actually in the model, and how OIM will mitigate all these problems. So the problem number one is that I will again quote the Gartner survey here. Gartner says that it will take 1 week to 2 weeks to bring this employee fully on board because everything is manual actually. Okay, first thing. Second thing, there is no tracking in the system. Okay, it's all manual. Why there is no tracking? Because it's all manual. How? Let me pinpoint one fact here. Let's say the SAP admin has to create this employee account into some critical financial module in the SAP. For that, the SAP admin require the privilege, or you can say the permission from the SAP manager 1 and SAP manager 2. Let's say the email, he will forward that email to SAP manager 1. SAP manager 1 approves it. It goes to the SAP manager 2. SAP manager 2 is on leave. No one knows other than the SAP manager 1 that this where the request has stuck. The request has stuck at management level 2 of the SAP side actually. Okay, so the manager of the newly recruited employee doesn't know where the request has stuck. Employee doesn't know. SAP admin doesn't know that where the request has stuck, because there is no tracking in this system. Okay, there's a major problem. These are two major problems are there. Third one is, it will lead you to the major security breach. How? Okay, it's very interesting here. Assume here it's the last day of the employee. I'm talking about the point number 3, that this conventional model will lead to a major security breach. Okay, assume the scenario here, and then think about the gravity of this scenario. Employee, last day of the employee goes, reports to HR, it's my last day. HR will hand over the relieving letter and remove the active employment record from HRMS, and will inform the manager that the employee has left the organization. On that, manager will drop again email to the all the application admins saying that please remove employee credential from the system. Okay, let's assume SAP admin forgot to remove user credential from a critical financial application. Now assume the threat here. Employee is no more part of the organization. He is not legally, in legal, he's not in a legal framework of the company. Okay, but he can access a critical financial application. He can do any kind of manipulation, you don't know. Okay, so this conventional model will lead to major security breach. I have just pinpointed one scenario here to make the point that this conventional model is proper problem ridden. And the fourth point again is, yeah, actually this model is not at all compliant with the regulatory compliances related to healthcare, related to financial sector, related to the payment card industry, actually PCI industry. PCI is you can say card industry. These are the very few basic, you can say, regulatory compliances. There are more regulatory compliances actually which are there, which is not covered in this in the conventional model. And this is something which is, policy also something keep on evolving. Okay, so these 4 problems are there in OIM. Now, how OIM server mitigate all the problems? Okay, so you have to understand certain things here. OIM server is J2EE application. We'll start from the scratch everything. I will install the OID database. So there is a whole sequence of steps which you have to do actually to put the OIM server in place. Okay, and we will start from the scratch, empty directories. We'll start with the database and subsequently all the products, their configuration, integration, everything. Okay, but here you have to assume that OIM server is a J2EE application. Okay, and in OIM server we will also have the connectors. Okay, the connector is, you can say, is a piece of code which will deal with the user management part or user management operations, like creating the user on the SAP application J2 PeopleSoft Hyperion. Okay, so these actions are done by the connectors. So connector do all the activities actually. They are, you can say, for all the user management related activities are done by the connectors. Okay, creating the user, deleting the user, updating the information of the user, fetching the information of the user. So all these tasks are done by these connectors. And we will also have one directory server, wherein I will show you how LDAP sync, you enable the LDAP sync, wherein all the OIM users will come into OID, all the OIM roles will come into OID as a groups actually. I will also show you that instead of OID, how you could use OVD as well. Okay, so now try to understand the complete flow of the employee life cycle. I have shown you the flow of employee life cycle into a conventional model. Now I will talk about how this flow works when you have the OIM server in place. Okay, try to assume things here. It's the first day of the employee. Employee goes, reports to HR. HR will create the active employment record into HRMS system. Okay, now here instead of the HRMS system, I will take one sample application and I will show you that, because I don't have all the real-time applications, but I will simulate all these applications as the real-time application. So other than the connection and the kind of connector, you will find everything is the same. And moreover, below this blue line, the horizontal blue line below that, this is not the OIM domain. OIM domain is above the blue line. Okay, always keep this thing in mind, because these products cover the complete enterprise spectrum. You don't know all the application. Okay, but as I told you that after this course, Oracle Access Manager, you will be able to bring any application under SSO framework, and in OIM, using any pre-built connector, you will be able to bring any application under the OIM system. Okay, now assume here first day of the employee goes to reports to HR. HR will create the active employment record into HRMS system, and that record will be fetched from HRMS system into the OIM system automatically. Okay, this is called trusted or authoritative reconciliation. I will show you that. I will create some users into OUD or HRMS system, you can say. From there, the user will be fetched into the OIM system. Okay, in OIM, the manager will log in into the OIM. Using these connectors, manager will provision the user into the target application. Target application means all the blue boxed applications are the target application, and the green box HRMS is the trusted application here. Okay, so I will create one sample trusted application, I will create one target application, and I will show you how you work on the trusted reconciliation, authoritative reconciliation, how you do the provisioning. So there are three kinds of provisioning: direct provisioning, criteria based provisioning, or auto provisioning, or there is a third one is request based provisioning, wherein we require the SOA server. Okay, so I will cover all these topics. I will show you all the three kinds of provisioning. I will show you account reconciliation, wherein, let's say, as the user modify the information on the SAP application, it should reflect back into the OIM. So I will show you the account reconciliation. Okay, so there are sequence of steps. Let me pinpoint the course contents of OIM. So agent of the OIM is also the same, that at the end of the course, okay, the trainee will be able to bring any application with pre-built connector into OIM system to do trusted and target reconciliation, to carry out all the three kinds of provisioning. Okay, attestation, reporting, auditing, troubleshooting, logging. So there are all these all these topics are means the agenda of the course is to so that user be able to so the trainee will be able to do all these activities. I will provide all the recorded session of each day's class. Okay, and I will record it, I will upload it, and you can, so that you can replay these recordings and make use of these recordings for further learning. So now in OIM, what I'm going to cover, I will first give you the identity governance overview. Okay, what is OIA, what is OPAM, okay, Oracle Privileged Account Management, what is OIN, or Identity Navigator. Okay, and then we'll talk about the OIM, will carry out all these installation, configuration, integration steps. Okay, then we'll create the domain, and I will give you the overview of all the consoles which are there. Then I will show you how, using the bulk load, how you bring sample data into OIM. Okay, all the data into OIM, and we'll install the connector, and I will show you. So there are sequence of steps actually which we are going to do. So these are the course contents actually for OIM. Okay, you can probably pause the video and can look at the contents in detail in general. Okay, so all these topics I'm going to cover. Okay, so approach will be again to take sample application and demonstrate how things work in real environment with challenges and solution. Everything will be around OIM. Okay, so these are the course content which are we are going to do. So if I want to pinpoint you, then what is all things which we have is like this is just a sample actually. I will just show you that we will take everything practically. This is the SOA server, OIM server, and OM server. So we are going to deal with these three servers. Okay, so if I okay, so this is all about will be offered as part of the OIM. Now, how OIM mitigate the security breach? I will show you that as well. Let's assume last day of the employee. We have seen one issue called security breach. Okay, so how OIM mitigate the security breach? Last day of the employee reports to HR. HR will remove the active employment from HRMS system. OIM server will come to know that okay, that you employee has been deleted from the HRMS system. OIM server will automatically delete the user credential from the directory server from all the target application at once. I will show you how you troubleshoot all these issues. Actually, if there is any issue came, how you can troubleshoot that, I will show you that as well. Okay, this is all about OIM admin. Okay, we'll see the complete. We'll see there are a lot of things which we will cover in OIM admin course. Okay. Similarly, I also take the OIM development course. I will probably have another separate demo for OIM development. Those who are interested into OIM development, they can learn the OIM development as well. But let me pinpoint now that OIM development is helpful if you know OIM admin part. Okay, OIM development will be a lot more easier if you know all the aspects of OIM admin. Okay, so now what is the future of the Oracle? Okay, what is the positioning? I will again, I pinpointed that I don't I quote always the authenticated from the authenticated source. The Gartner survey says that in 2012 the market demand for IDM products were 5%, which is going to be increased by 25% in 2014. Okay, this is the Gartner survey which I have taken the clip. And Oracle, what is the positioning of Oracle? Because see, Oracle is not the alone vendor here in the identity market. There are other competitors as well. Okay, yeah, there is a CA. If I talk about the OIM, OIM is the number one leader in the identity management part actually. Okay, OIM is number one in the market, the Oracle OIM product, and Oracle Access Manager is lagging behind CA SiteMinder. CA SiteMinder is slightly ahead of Oracle Access Manager, but with all the recent R&D around Oracle Access Manager, uh, it won't take much time for Oracle Access Manager to be in the number one position, because there are a lot of new changes like social plugin, mobile and social plugin. These new components are chipped into Oracle Access Manager, and I'm hopeful that it will also be a market leader soon. Will beat the CS SiteMinder product as well. So that's about the future of the IDM and the positioning of Oracle in all the products actually. Now that's it all about the demo. You can, for further information, further query, core fee contents, everything, you can email me, you can call me on my mobile number, so you have all the details there. Okay, thanks guys, thanks a lot. If you have any detail, you can email me, you can call me. Thanks.